Gentlemen, let me ask you something deeply personal. Have you ever found yourself wondering if you still matter? If you still carry that spark, that undeniable presence that can make a woman's heart skip a beat, even after 60, even after 65? Today, I want to share something crucial, something that most men at your age don't truly understand. Women notice everything, not just the obvious things, like a receding hairline, the gray in your beard, or the wrinkles on your face. No, they noticed far more than that. They notice the energy you bring into a room, the way you carry yourself, the subtle aura you radiate, the man you are. Behind the years lived, the experiences endured, the lessons learned, the victories celebrated, and the hardships survived. Here's the truth that most men overlook. At this age, the things that women truly see, admire, and respond to are not material. It's not about your car, your bank account, or the shape of your body. Those things fade, become irrelevant. What remains? What matters most are the qualities that define you as a man in life's later chapters: wisdom, confidence, vulnerability, authenticity, and presence. These are the traits that make a woman lean in, pay attention, stay engaged, and feel drawn to you in ways that may surprise you, ways you might have thought were no longer possible. Today, we will explore 3 core qualities that women notice in men over 60, not superficially, not in passing, but the almost invisible traits that separate men who fade into the background from men who remain unforgettable. These are the qualities that define attraction after 60, the traits that make you magnetic without effort, and that communicate value far beyond what any youthful appearance ever could. I will show you exactly how to cultivate these qualities, embody them fully, and use them to create a presence that women notice, respect, and respond to instantly. Let's begin with something more powerful than any watch, any luxury car, or any title you might have earned over the years. It is something you cannot buy, and it is something you cannot fake for long. It is your confidence. And I am not talking about the confidence that comes from youth, the kind that radiates from a strong body, thick hair, or endless energy. I am talking about a deeper, richer, more refined confidence, the kind that comes from living fully, making mistakes, enduring, embracing challenges, overcoming setbacks, and ultimately becoming comfortable in your own skin. Women notice this confidence immediately, not because you announce it, but because it radiates from the way you exist in the world. It's in the way you move, the way you speak, the pauses you take, the way you handle silence, the way you carry yourself without needing to prove anything. There is a subtle, understated power in a man who has lived fully, who has felt both joy and sorrow, who has known triumph and failure. That kind of confidence cannot be manufactured. It is earned through experience, self-awareness, and resilience. Many men at 65 and beyond carry a shadow of doubt. They believe that because their bodies have aged, their energy has diminished, and society has placed them outside the arena of attraction, their desirability is gone. Let me tell you something that may surprise you. Women are not looking for perfection. They are not searching for a man who looks 20 years younger, who performs as he did at 50, or who clings to fleeting youth. What women are drawn to, even if they do not articulate it, is a man who owns himself fully, a man who is comfortable in his own skin, who knows his worth, who walks through life unapologetically and without pretense. Confidence at this age is quiet, grounded, and steady. It is not the loud, brash confidence of youth that demands attention. It is subtle, commanding respect without needing to shout for it. Women notice a man who walks into a room and simply exists without seeking validation. A man who can tell a story without exaggeration, without trying to impress, yet still captivates everyone listening. That kind of presence is magnetic because it communicates self-assurance, authenticity, and inner stability. Confidence at 65 and beyond is inseparable from Women notice when a man has made peace with his past, when he carries his history like a badge of honor rather than a chain dragging him down. They notice when a man can speak of both victories and failures with honesty, grace, and even a touch of humor. This self-acceptance signals an understanding of one's worth far more alluring than any physical trait, charm, or superficial attribute. But remember this: confidence is not arrogance. Many men confuse the two, thinking that projecting toughness or insisting on always being right is the same as confidence. It is not. Arrogance pushes people away, creates distance, and signals insecurity. True confidence invites closeness, encourages trust, and makes women feel safe, appreciated, and intrigued at the same time. It demonstrates emotional strength, maturity, and the ability to be fully present without demanding anything in return. Confidence also embraces curiosity. A confident man over 65 is not someone who has stopped exploring life. He is someone who continues to learn, to ask questions, to listen attentively, and to engage genuinely. Women notice this hunger for life, this refusal to be diminished by age, routine, or societal expectations. They notice the sparkle in a man's eyes when he talks about something he loves, the focus and interest he brings to conversation, and the way he can fully engage with the world around him. Next, let's explore presence, a trait deeply intertwined with confidence. Presence is about being fully in the moment, undistracted by phones, worries about the past, or anxieties about the future. It's about giving full attention to the person before you, whether in conversation or simply sharing space. Women notice presence immediately, even without words. It is communicated through body language, eye contact, tone, small gestures, and attentive listening. When paired with confidence, presence becomes magnetic. Now, let's talk about something that is often overlooked yet incredibly powerful: vulnerability. Yes, vulnerability. Many men at this stage mistakenly believe that strength is stoicism, that emotional restraint equals power, or that sharing feelings is reserved for youth. The truth is the opposite. The men who are most magnetic to women over 60 are those who can admit, without hesitation, "I don't know, I was afraid," or "I need you." Showing vulnerability does not diminish strength, it enhances it. It demonstrates courage, emotional depth, and authenticity. Women notice vulnerability instinctively. It signals that you are human, approachable, and capable of genuine connection. Emotional availability goes hand in hand with vulnerability. Women notice men who can truly listen, who can respond with empathy, who can remain present without rushing to fix or judge. Emotional availability is not about solving problems or performing acts of service. It is about being fully engaged, creating space for connection, and showing that you are capable of intimacy, understanding, and resonance. At this age, emotional availability becomes one of the most profound signs of attractiveness, far more important than appearance, wealth, or status. Furthermore, emotional availability requires self-awareness and honesty. Women notice when a man understands his own emotions, when he can reflect on his past, accept his and express his feelings appropriately. This level of introspection and self-mastery is magnetic because it signals courage, wisdom, and emotional maturity. Let's also discuss humor and playfulness, a quality often underestimated but immensely powerful. At 65 and beyond, many men feel life has become serious, every moment measured and calculated. Yet women notice men who can laugh, who bring lightness and joy, who can engage in playful banter without pretense. Humor is a sign of vitality, emotional agility, and resilience. Playfulness communicates an inner spark, curiosity, and a refusal to be diminished by age or circumstance. Women respond to men who can make them laugh genuinely, without ego or force, and who can balance seriousness with delight effortlessly. Humor and playfulness are not frivolous. They are profound indicators of a man's engagement with life, his ability to transform ordinary moments into connection, and his capacity for emotional intelligence. Playfulness fosters intimacy, reduces tension, and signals safety, confidence, and emotional health. Women notice men who can mix humor with subtle flirtation, creating anticipation without pressure, and joy without superficiality. It demonstrates resilience, the ability to endure life's challenges while maintaining joy, spontaneity, and a light-hearted spirit. Finally, authenticity and integrity, the cornerstones of lasting attraction, cannot be overlooked. Women notice when a man is genuine, when his words align with his actions, when he lives according to his values without pretense or performance. Authenticity is magnetic because it signals reliability, trustworthiness, and emotional depth. Women sense insincerity immediately. They are drawn to men whose presence is honest, whose past is embraced without shame, and whose life reflects consistency, integrity, and self-respect. At 65 and beyond, authenticity takes on profound significance. Women are looking for a partner who is real, who can be vulnerable without weakness, who acts consistently with his principles, who honors commitments, and who creates a space of safety and trust. Authenticity communicates courage, emotional stability, and inner strength, allowing women to feel seen, valued, and connected in ways that superficial traits could never achieve. Gentlemen, understand this. At this stage of life, confidence, presence, emotional availability, humor, playfulness, authenticity, and integrity are far more magnetic than youth, looks, or status. Women notice them instinctively. They respond to them subtly, profoundly, and enduringly. These are the traits that create attraction that lasts, connections that feel real, and relationships that thrive. They make you unforgettable. They make you desirable. They make you fully alive, fully present, and fully magnetic.